There we go. That's a little better. Let's... Yeah, that is going to be for you, but just in a minute, though. He heard me grab his bag of treats because I told him that if he came and sat on his chair and hung out for stream, that I would give him a treat. So he definitely will be getting a treat. I don't want to forget. I am unmuted. For a minute I had a panic moment. Hi Dr. Crowtron. How are you today? I'm like waiting. You must have, of course, you already had Crow Judge ready to go. You must have been on top of your shit and got in like right away. I'm still waiting. I don't even know if they do emote approvals on the weekend. You got in there really quick to get Crow Judge approved. I love that I can use Crow Judge anywhere now. I think that's an excellent choice. Let's get a Discord happening. Oh, there are questions. Oop, well, what is... Oh, I believe a beautiful thing that I will have to look at later. Okay, do the Discord thing. One of these days, like as far as upgrades go, I really got to consider if I'm going to do the webcam, because if I am, I should actually probably like do it today so I could get it sooner rather than later. It would be really nice to have it for Water Marble March, but we're about to get started and I don't have it. I kind of just like am intrigued by the whole mechanical keyboard things, Dr. Okay, you can go away now. No, I can't. I don't have time to read you right now. Goodbye. Hangouts notifications. Okay. Yeah, I love Crow Judge. I of course love Crow Awe also. Well, I don't know. I don't know that I've ever used a mechanical keyboard, but like, I mean, they seem to be better. Hey, Sparkly. Hey, Daggett. Hey, that works. Ready at a moment's notice. Hey, Jen. And we see Beanie hears and sees it. Beanie was promised a treat if he would come sit in his chair and hang out with us. So we are going to give Beanie a treat before we do anything else. And then, so like last night I was talking about, oh, how well this manicure was holding up, and literally like on stream, I lost 2 peelies. So the decision is, do I want to like repair these 2 peelies and do some stamping on top of this, or do I just want to say goodbye to this very, very awesome manicure and move on toward Water Marble March? I haven't quite decided yet. Yeah, Daggett, I mean, that seems to be the consensus, right? And I know you can hear me typing, and I know if I had a mechanical keyboard, you could really hear me typing. So Beanie is quite aware that I have a treat for him. I mean, it's just a little tiny small treat. He looks really crooked here. What are we like? Oops, sorry. Adjustments to your camera for your close-up, Mr. Bean. You want this here little small treat? There you go. He's a good boy. Hey, Karen. So what do you guys think? I don't know. I really, I feel like, is this, you know, certain things, the autofocus being turned off, it always remembers, but it always turns back on the auto white balance, and I feel like it screws with things. This, I mean, like, that's a particularly good shot of the flakies there. I've just loved wearing this. I think I might have to repair this and do some stamping on it. Yeah, well, the other thing is, like, whatever I do probably isn't going to stay on very long. In fact, that's probably another good reason not to do a whole manicure. Because I'm aiming wash day to be either Monday or Tuesday. And, like, dealing with this mess is a process. And, like, peel-off base coat wouldn't stand a chance. So, part of wash day routine is a non-peel-off manicure. Because I don't want my nails getting that waterlogged either. I usually will just do, like, excuse me, literally just like a base coat and a top coat, just to protect them somewhat from the water. Hey, sunburnt. So, actually, with that in mind, that kind of incentivizes me to just fix this up. And then I can take it off like Monday morning or Sunday evening and just put on like a regular... No, wash day for my hair, sparkly. It's like... It's a commitment. I mean... Who was it I was talking wash day stuff with? I think it was maybe Lemonade. But like... I don't know how much of my hair texture like really comes through on camera, but my natural texture is extremely super tight coils. It's actually like decently stretched out right now, but like I know it's never easy. You could think, oh, maybe wash day won't be that bad this time. No, it's never easy. The detangling and the washing and all that, and then the multiple specific scientific layering of products, and then the styling and the drying and the takedown of the style. So, you know, like it depends a lot. Like, I'm not a huge fan of pre-poos. I know a lot of naturals are, but I usually just wait until I'm like in deep conditioning stage to do my detangling. So that's a lot of, you know, just being in there with my nails. I mean, I wear gloves for part of it. I hate gloves, but, I'm sorry. Sometimes for repairing peel-offs, I'll use peel-off again. But really, using a sticky base coat is going to be a better bet for you. And it'll still peel off because, like, this is still peel-off. One of the ones that popped off was my thumb, and that is one that I actually had already restuck on. Yeah, sparkly. And I don't really mind it. I feel like I've gotten pretty comfortable with it, but I mean, I would basically never even consider doing it with a peel-off base coat on, because water is the enemy. You know, a normal daily shower, you know, isn't going to be the death of you, but being in your wet hair for, I'm going to say 2 to 3 hours minimum, you know, it's just not going to work. So, should I include this in the tutorial? I should get the camera out so that I'm ready either way. Yeah, Daggett knows the struggle, y'all. Daggett's got quite a mess of curls when he lets his hair grow out. I don't think you're quite as worried about making it as I am, though. Maybe for a special occasion. Jerska, thank you for the follow. Yeah, and it's been 4 years since I pressed my hair. I would actually love to see my hair pressed, because it's like, I mean, it's hard to get on camera, but like if it's down and I stretch it, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I used to love my straight hair. I mean, I hated it, but I loved it. I hated it because I couldn't really take care of it myself. Like, that was a huge part of me going natural. I'm just going to do this. And while I was transitioning, I wore my fair share of weaves. That was fun too. But it's been a really long time since I've worn my own hair straight. This is Early Bonder. It's sticky. I was saying earlier, sometimes I'll use like peel off again, or a combination. Sometimes I'll like put down peel off and I'll put like sticky in the corners, but it depends kind of on the manicure and on my experience. In this case, the thumb already had started to peel and I stuck it back down with Bonder on like Thursday. And then Friday night it still managed, because I mean it's like my right thumb. It's the finger that I used most. I usually just wait for it to get slightly tacky before I, put the peeling on there. And then just make sure that it's, you know, lined up on your nail, not overhanging the tip or anything. And there you go. You got a re-adhered peely. What's I talking about? Oh, yeah. But I'm a super lazy natural, actually. I haven't had a trim in like 2 or 3 years. Might be 3 years. And like, that's no good. I mean, I know I'm getting breakage and I've got split ends and I just really could use a really good trim. I don't know. I just haven't done it. Yeah, for curls, like, it's a combination of like laying your groundwork and doing your preparation and then leaving them the fuck alone. You know, I find I have the best success when I kind of like encourage it to its natural curliness instead of like trying to drastically make it different. Hi, Rach. That's what we're going to be testing today. Those are coming very soon. So March is right around the corner. We have the stained glass roses that we did. I think that was right after Valentine's Day. That I still need to finish editing, because of course I do. That's going to go up tomorrow. And then this manicure here, I'm going to aim to go up midweekish. Today, the Colors by Llarowe haul went on YouTube, and yesterday I actually uploaded that testing stream where we were playing with the thread. Is that better? That's better. That testing stream where we were playing with the thread, because I don't want to wait until I do that. I don't even know if or when I'll actually end up doing that. So I just decided to export it and put it up. So yeah, but then next week Sunday will be the first Water Marble March. So the plan, like I said, I'm trying not to super stress myself out and like overly plan and like we're gonna do 20 water marbles this month and like overdo it. The initial plan is we're going to do testing today, and then the midweek stream, which will be probably Wednesday, maybe Tuesday. It depends. Will be actually a water marble, one of these two colors. Well, color sets, I guess. There we go. That one's back on. Also, normally you could just leave it like this. In this case, I'm going to be stamping on them. So we're also going to be doing another layer of top coat. That's also going to help the peely adhere back on. A lot of the time, I would say almost always, when one pops off unintentionally, it's a really nice peel. So that makes it nice to put back on. Gel polish peels, I almost never have success putting back on. It's like they're stiff and they don't want to go back on your nail, and it's really, it's a hard time. Oh, you got to plan ahead for your hair, which is actually, like I said, why, in fact, now that I think about it more, Monday would be good. And then if I don't finish everything on Monday, I could finish it Tuesday. Nail stream would be Wednesday. I want to put back in, thank you, Rach. We just repaired these two that had come off, this one and this one. This has actually been on since Wednesday. So this is actually quite good wear for me for a peel off base coat, and those two only came off yesterday. The other reason I swear to God that I have trouble with this thumb is because of Hollow Knight. Like, as I'm like pushing the button over and over, and you know, like, it's like pushing and flexing your nail a little bit, and I feel like this thumb is almost always one of the first nails to pop off. I thought for Water Marble March, one easy way to make my life simpler would be to put some braids back in. Because then I won't have to worry about this hair. Because even like just putting it in a ponytail in a way that is, you know, neatly satisfying to me is not, it's not like you could just be like, whoop, and it's a ponytail. Like, you people with curly hair know what I'm talking about. It's a process. Let's, let me just grab a paper cup here. I'm trying to decide if if I want a water marble test first and then, okay. I was trying to just reach a cup, but it wouldn't come out. Maybe I'll water marble test first and then clean up, and then stamp my manicure, because if I get any polish on, I can clean it up before I do stamping. Because, I mean, the top coat will make it so that, you know, if I get a little bit of green or blue, I can just... water and a nice clean orange stick I think would be nice to start off with. Yeah, I know. It's already like this is probably about as long as I can let this thumb get right now, because otherwise I'm unintentionally pressing buttons on the controller. We're gonna need some strips here, probably at least like a couple. Do I have one? I remember having one and then I didn't use it, but I don't know where it went. Oh my god, you guys, somebody commented, is Musical here yet? I don't think she is. That my space looked neat and organized. I'm like, oh no, it's like just off camera, it's a disaster. Hey Ned, haven't figured out what to do with your nails next week, son? Is there anything, let's see, what is next week? Any weird holidays going on? You could check the Check-A-Day website and see. I was doing that for a while, and some of the ideas were really good. Like, all of a sudden it's, you know, National Donut Day, and you can do nails with sprinkles on them or something. Amethyst, I was almost on time today. I'm honestly, I'm really proud of myself. I'm feeling better, but also worse. Like, I just feel kind of gross today, but I'm not congested like I was, and I'm not quite as weak as I was, but I'm still really tired. I almost laid down for a nap, like, after I just woke up, which would have been a bad idea. And, but then I realized that there was a race on. So I watched the race while I was getting ready for stream. And, truth be told, I might have finished watching the end of it, but then it was a forfeit. It was kind of sad. Traveling for work next week. Gotta do your nails. Yeah, you gotta impress all your new colleagues that you meet. Yeah. They won't be a baby forever sparkly. You'll your nails will get their time to shine again. You missed it, Ned. He was awake. We gave him a treat because he did decide to hang out with us. So today we're going to be stamping on top of this manicure that we already have. But first we're going to be practicing some water marbling, which will be a future manicure. We're going to be doing two. We've got, when we were doing our Colors by Llarowe haul, we came across these two, which are very, very similar, except obviously one's cream and one's hollow. This is The Grass is Always Greener. This is Let's Boogie. And then the other trio is this, and this is going to be a little bit more involved of a testing. Although I probably should. So, wait, where'd that go? Okay, this is still here. The initial plan with these was, oh my god, these would make a great gradient. And then the other thought was, well, what if I did a water marble on top of that gradient with some clear in the water marble so that the gradient could then peek through. So that'll be those. Well, maybe we'll just start with these two. First, we're going to have to get some water. I've still got these out here too. My desk is a mess. My desk is a mess. It's my own fault. Sometimes I'm just like so hungry or whatever after stream. I just like don't even clean up. I just roll up my miracle mat and then I unroll it to stream again. And I'm like, oh, here's a bunch of used makeup wedges and half used paper towel and all the polishes from my last manicure. Always busy with your daughter. Yeah. I mean, I can only imagine because I mean, I get interrupted sometimes by Beanie. That's pretty minor. I mean, getting interrupted by a kid would be much more, you know, like trying to sneak in a manicure after they go to bed or something. Carnival Day, Pistachio Day. I like you could do like nut halves and then like pistachio peeking out at where they're apart at the tip, like, you know what I mean? Am I making sense? How wet are we talking, Amethyst? If you get a gob on the spoon and you hold the spoon up, does it stay in the spoon or does it glob back into the bowl? I made cookies again. Hold on, I'll be right back. I mean, I'm not going anywhere, but I made cookies again and I think I've somewhat perfected my non-recipe recipe for these peanut butter cookies with the peanut butter chips and the butterscotch chips and the oatmeal. And like whoa. Don't knock over the cup that has a lid that closes but that is not closed. It would be, I put them away. I don't know if you have any, son, but were you here when I was showing my vinyls and there's that vinyl that looks like it could be used to make like a ladybug? That would be perfect. And then you could have, man, I almost want to do like Pistachio Day nails just so I could use those vinyls. But to the cookies, like they're like the, what is it, Betty Crocker peanut butter cookie recipe, and the bag takes 3 tablespoons of oil and 1 tablespoon of water and an egg. But I want to add like, well shit, I don't actually measure the chips. Let's see. It was like a 12-ounce bag and I managed to get multiple, how many batches did I make? That'd be like 4 batches. Made many cookies because I had to use up the chips. So like a quarter of 12 is 3. So like 3 ounces of peanut butter chips and 3 ounces of butterscotch chips. And then like a generous amount of oatmeal. Like I don't measure it. Maybe a 1/4 a cup or a 1/2 a cup. Probably more like 1/2 cup. So then like if you mix all that into this existing batter, the batter's like really like stiff and tough. So I actually add in a little bit extra oil and a little bit extra water to make it a little bit looser so that it's a better consistency once you put all the stuff in. Yeah. Oh, it's Elton Brown. Yeah, he does know what he's doing. I mean, as long as it's like a scoop and not a roll, then hopefully we'll see. I kind of vaguely remember the chocolate chip cookie episode, because if you want them chewier, you add more brown sugar. If you want them crispier, you add more white sugar. If you want them to hold their shape, you use like shortening or Crisco. If you want them to melt, you use butter. And if you want something, then you use oil. Like he talked about how you manipulate the recipe to get like exactly the kind of cookie that you want. I think you could be right, Karen. I'm so bad at like knowing the actual names of the vinyls unless it's something obvious like hearts. Yeah. And the butter will eventually. Hi, Luke. Again. Oh, were you there for the end of that race, Luke? That was so sad. But it probably did help me be on time, I'll confess. Yeah, melted butter. And then I would suppose, that might actually, you know, do something when you cook it, but then eventually, I mean, butter's not going to stay melted at room temperature, but soft, chewy. Man, it's a good thing I have my own cookies so I don't have to be jealous, and I prefer peanut butter over chocolate, so. Yeah, he really, and like Mick was saying, like when he thought he was going to go back and check Soul Catcher, and then he didn't. I didn't see what actually made him completely stop. Like I heard Mick go, what? He just said screw this GG or something, and I like looked back because I was getting ready for stream. I was trying to be responsible streamer. Turns out I actually am almost responsible streamer. Almost like closer to being on time than I have been in such a while. I just you know, you guys need to be zoomed out a little bit, don't you? Yeah. Like there. Lamp is. Alright. We'll scooch this a little bit that direction. So yeah, I just did one side with the hollow and one side with the cream so we can test which works better as a base color. Oh, I did want to grab a new orange stick. Oh, hell yeah, son. Have you used that recipe before? I used to make some kind of, I want to say like some kind of peanut butter blondie. Hold on. Ew. Fresh orange stick. You know what that means? We need to sharpen it. Karen, I'm so glad to hear that. Alright. Got a nail file. This one's actually pretty sharp already, but I'm gonna give it just a little. I'm just rubbing it and twisting it. I'm rubbing and twisting the orange stick against the nail file to bring it to a point. Okay, we've got, piles of things over here that don't need to be piles. Okay. That actually can go over there. This can go back in here. This can go back in here. We should put some acetone in there because we're going to need it. And, okay. Yeah, I think everybody's oven has some kind of little quirk. Like, I know cooking at my grandma's house, her oven runs hot. You gotta be, like, super careful. You gotta, like, turn it down at least, like, a half little of a notch, like, between... Like, if you're going for 350, turn it a little bit more closer toward 325, and also still keep an eye on it. And I might need to actually... hold on. For water marbling, I'm gonna need to get like up in here. So I needed to move my footrest so I actually have room to fully scoot up to my desk and be like, especially if I want to show you guys, because we'll want to be about right here, I think. That should be good. Alright, so, I mean, the hope, of course, is that these water marble. If these don't water marble, then we have to change our whole plan altogether. Yeah, I find them very useful, and I don't know, like, there are metal tools that approximate things that are like an orange stick, or you might find another tool that it works really well, like Musical did. Especially for water marbling. I'm not super fond of the look of the water marble tool because it doesn't look like it comes to this fine of a point well, of course we're not in focus range here. Where are we? You know, that fine of a point. It looks like it comes to about as much of a point as, thought I might have one here, but like, you know, like if you have a dotting tool set and the smallest one that's supposed to be a point, but it's not. And the sharper, the better. Like the people that use needles, like even, yeah, you're on the right track. If a company were to make a water marble tool like out of metal, that's what it should be. It should be sharp as a needle, which would be dangerous. You'd need to like sell it with a cap. I mean, a sharp orange stick, I mean, you could probably kill somebody with this if you had to. It's sharp, but I mean, it's not as deadly and sharp as a metal sharp object, obviously. Yeah, straight pins, all that stuff. You want a sharp tip. The more drag you have, like the more, like picture the surface tension of the water. If you're touching like one tiny area, the bigger of an area you're touching, the more like drag you're creating. Sometimes you can like rip holes in the design. You really want to use a very sharp thing and a very light touch. Okay, we can't put it off any longer. Let's see if these work. Well, let's clean off the surface. Even when your water is clean, fresh, sometimes the very first drop does not want to super cooperate. So we'll just do like that, and then we should get a better spread. I mean, they don't not work. But they could work better. And maybe if the first drop spread, it would. But also, when you like can pull it at the sides like that, you can see it helps some of the center drops to start to spread too. Like as you pull it. Should I try and force a couple more drops? Maybe if I, yeah, do like this, and you can tell, I mean, you see how much darker that is than the other rings around it. That shows that it's not like spread out a lot. But what you can do is instead of like doing a flower and drawing in toward the middle and concentrating it more, pull out like that. You see how it, you know, it opens it up for it. It gives it a channel. It lets it disperse a little bit. They feel pretty wet still. Like, I don't feel like they're like about to become abruptly unworkable. So we can try and do some real narrow little chevrons here. Still kind of chevrons rather than stripes though. Like I talked about, if you want to keep them more chevron, keep your lines more parallel. If you're looking for more stripes, like kind of pull your lines back on each other. Like instead of going straight across, go like back towards the previous starting point, if that makes sense. Going like this, you'll get more of a V shape than a line. Although it's still like fairly stripy. I mean, I could even probably, I mean, we could get real crazy. It might wash out a little bit for that. We'll see. I'll leave that one in there for interest. And then we'll dip on the cream side. Oh, come on, camera. There's like so much glare. You can kind of see there. It's the brightness of these colors probably isn't helping either. I wonder if I can... In fact, you know, they look much bluer on camera than in person. Let's I like it. I wish you guys could see it. I'm sorry you can't. Needle felt. I'm not familiar with those kind of needles. Are they like kind of like knitting needles, but not as chunky? I like it a lot. It's very subtle. I'm thinking it may be less subtle over the hollow. We'll see here. Let's clean out the cup a little bit. And how many drops was that? Like 8? I mean, there are some other options here. Yeah, go on, spread out like that. 2, 3, 4. You want to go quick, but you don't want to rush. 5, 6, 7, 8. I wish it would spread there a little bit. I've also seen like quite a few people like turning the cup. I mean, is it like centrifugal force? I guess that did make a little bit of a difference. We can try and do just like a regular flower. Very smooth. Oh, that would be... Okay, you guys see it, right? It's too big, though. We'd need maybe at least one more drop of the cream. This might be this year's shamrock, you guys. I know it looks teal on camera, but it's green enough in person to pass. I mean, another Shamrock water marble honestly was not on my to-do list because I've already got at least 4. But on the other hand, they're freaking awesome. I've gone lopsided on my number of strokes here, I think. I wasn't paying attention closely enough. I mean, it's still very, like, the very edge over here. You guys see that? That's starting to dry. But this, like, you go into this ring, this is still just sticky. It's not fully dry. It's not ideal. They stay workable a long time, though, which is always a good sign. Oh, it comes out a lot darker. Now, on this one, you barely can see the cream. Whoa. Huh. They're equally blendy. Like this one is much darker, but they're equally blendy. I feel like either needs another color in the water marble or needs a different color as the background color. Let's set this aside to dry. Can we put these by you, Benny? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to wake you up, buddy. Adorable boy. Tiny swords. Swords. Okay. Swords. I mean, some people say sword, but I don't think that's considered the appropriate pronunciation. It came out of my mouth that way. Huh. Yeah. I wonder if I mean, there's quite a bit of stuff in the sewing basket. I almost wonder if I have one of those in there. I mean, I've got knitting needles. Those certainly aren't sharp enough. Let's see how these other colors... So I think... Oops. For these, which I don't think I gave you the names of, this is Baby It's Cold Outside. Very dark. Young Turks and Bananas and Krispy Kremes are better than HBO. So the idea is a gradient. I don't think I want to mess around doing a gradient right now, so we're going to do lazy gradient, aka we're just going to slap some polish next to each other. So we'll do it on both sides here. Green into turquoise, into the darker blue. Oh, such a pretty dark blue. Might have to do a pedicure with that if I ever get my toes in fit for public consumption. My pedicure is so... it's horrible right now. God, this is really pretty. Even prettier than it looks in the bottle, although I'm not yet seeing that green flash you can see in the bottle. Okay, so I have out Opi Base Coat, which is a clear. I feel like I've water marbled with this before successfully. Let me just see how it acts in the water real quick. Ooh, spreads the hell out of itself. Like a lot of clears, see that? Dry quickly. So you don't, like, they might spread well, but you don't necessarily have a lot of time to do anything. I should have got this down earlier. Hold on a minute, you guys. Most of the stuff that's currently above my desk is non-polished things, except for this box. Well, and except for that box. Okay. Let's put these back here. Whew. So, like, currently I've got up there, like, my pinking shears and my vinyls and my rhinestones and the label maker and my pigments. And also the box of clears. So what else do I have? I have Opi Topcoat. I could try that. You're kind of yellow. Do I have another? There might be another bottle of this in here, too. Hold on. Sorry, Beanie. Sorry to cramp your style. Okay, I don't have time to look through all that. Darn it. No, but there has to at least be... Well, there's this. I'll try that. we'll see how far we have to keep we may have to dig. What is that? That's also a base coat. I'm somewhat surprised to find that I do not have a bottle of Sally Hansen Invisible in there, which is a very nice, clear... Let me look in here one more time, quickly. I have so many Sally Hansen polishes, and they're not sorted by line at all. Oh, wait. No? Yes. No. That's not clear. It's not clear at all. Yeah. Oh, wait. No. I can't. Ugh. Beanie, hold on. Hold on to your horses. I've also got, it's like, most of the time it's not in the way, except when I want to get in this one particular bottom drawer. There's a power strip down here. And it's not even in there. Like, sticks up just far enough to be in the way for the bottom drawer of this particular Helmer. Okay, we'll work with what we got. And what else is available in the box. Oh no, not sad cookies. You know what? We can't just sit here and talk about cookies. I'm with these sitting right next to me and I haven't eaten all day. This can be considered like an appetizer or something, right? I made them intentionally small. I mean, they're snack-sized cookies, right? I love chewy cookies. Yeah, a scale. I'm not that serious of a baker, although I don't know, maybe one day. You know, on all my massive free time. Okay. Now that I'm not gonna pass out from hunger, let's compare these two. This is Opi Topcoat. You saw how the base coat fared. Come on. There we go. Sucker was really on there. I had to bust out the... Whoa. No wonder. Can you guys see this? These threads. Well, it's clear. You can't see. It's hard to see. Okay, never mind. The threads are a very sad state. We'll just leave it at that. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Is the water dirty? You guys can't even... Can you see that ghost drip? You see that little edge right there? That's how far it's spread. Oh, it's moving around. Oh! Could you see that on camera? The water's dirty. It was sitting there and all of a sudden it broke. Look how sticky it is already though. Well, let's try that normally real quick. Well, I mean, baking is a science. So for some things, you like literally can't just eyeball it. Like, I would say generally cookies are super more forgiving than like cake. Okay, so we do get a pretty wide spread there. It's like instantly. Look at that, you guys. I swear I've used this before. Maybe it just... I've managed to get it to 74 in here. This should be fine for water marbling. The water has been in here since last night. Oh, I should clean this off before I close it, but I'm not. I'm going to regret that so much later, I'm sure. You guys can feel free to clip that and play it the next time I try to open that Opi Topcoat. Alright, let's try, this is cleared for takeoff Sally Hansen Salon Manicure. Let's try this. Okay, we got good spread. We're not going gummy yet. This might be our answer. Slight drawing. Slight gumminess. Can you guys see it now? As it like starts to dimple and pull a little bit. Okay, let's try that one. So I have two thoughts as far as using the clear in this manicure. One is color, 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 clear, color, 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 clear. One is color, clear, color, clear, color, clear. Like that. I wonder how... I wonder if water does, like, affect the drawing. I wonder how trying to do sponge sugar nails on, like, a water marble surface would work. But we're not doing that today. Like, it's not on the agenda. I mean, the other option, if we can't get these to work with the clear, or if it looks silly as an overlay, is save them for after water marble March and just do them as a gradient. Or maybe like a reciprocal. Although I feel like I used very similar colors to these to do a reciprocal already. But I don't care. I might still do it. Or, you know what else? You know what these would look really pretty? Scoop marble. The one where you like put them and you make kind of like a design and then you like scoop them up and then apply them. Okay. Let's, 2, 3. Oh, look at those chunks. Surprised it spread so well. Clear. 1. This is where clears get tricky. They'll push, but they don't want to be pushed against. 3. So go. Come on. You see the hole I poked in it? To let it... You have to break the surface tension on the bottom sometimes. I don't like that. Why did y'all fail? Why did the ring fail over here? I poked it too hard, maybe. This is not good. And like... As far as drawing... I mean, kinda, but no. I don't think the overlay idea is gonna work. With these. I need to, of course, mats are also an option. I don't have very many mats in here. I feel like I have another box of clears and mats somewhere that I need to find. I kind of like... I mean, like, it's not a true gradient, so you don't really get the whole effect, but I kind of like what's going on here. Yeah. I do want to play with that other technique again, too. Let's see here. Do I want to try another? I want to do one more with these three. Do I want to do another clear test? I might just do the three of these together and see how they look. And then, I don't know. I might go back to testing the first two colors. I might pull out some more colors and just test some other things. I'm not sure. I'm not super feeling either of these first two. The first one is just like, I mean, I picked them because they're similar, but like in the water marble, they're just like so freaking similar. It's like, I don't know. And these, like the idea that I wanted, I don't know. Like I said, the clear can push, but you need colors that can also push the clear. Or you end up where you just can't do very many rings because the colors won't spread. So what is this, 9 drops? Oops, sorry guys. Let's do some little bit wider chevrons. I mean, these colors look great together. Obviously. And there's nothing to stop me from, like, at a later date doing something with the gradient if I do use them in a water marble. I mean, there's no rule against that. I find myself trying to, use stuff I haven't used before. I would say probably the green base or the turquoise base, not the darker blue base. Or wait. Yeah. Green base is here, turquoise is here, darker one is down here. Probably the turquoise base, actually, now that I look at it. The turquoise shifts the green less than the green base shifts the turquoise. Though, like, a white base might actually be the best bet, but then you have to be super, super careful with bubbles. I'm having a brain fart. These colors together are trying to remind me of something, and I don't know what it is. I don't know. I want to try something else. I feel like both of these ideas need time to simmer in the back of my head. We have some other ideas that we talked about. For Water Marble March. We took notes because we're organized. Coffee latte nails, clover water marble. Well, we already discussed that. Color splash marble. Poppy. Oh yeah. I wonder. And a rainbow marble. Especially since it's the thumb, son. I mean, when somebody asks to see your nails, you never go, oh yeah. You go, and then you. I don't know, you guys. Somebody name a brand, and I'll tell you if that brand is accessible to me within reach or not. It will make texting easier. Wow. You see how different my shirt looks between my cam and Beanie's cam? And neither one is actually color accurate. I'm just looking at this. What color do we get under the hand cam? That's not accurate either. Really? I'd say hand cam is closest to being accurate. It's like, well, no. It's like between hand cam and bean cam is the actual color. Color Club China Glaze. They're all three of those are actually in reach. I don't know, you guys. All of this, I thought these were gonna. I knew that these three and marbling with clear could be an issue because I'm not. I like the look of marbling with clear. I like the idea of marbling with clear. I hate actually marbling with clear. It's a pain in the butt. So I didn't expect those to go easily, but I didn't expect these to be quite so blah. They're blah to me. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like I need to just go in a different direction. Oh, Beanie, come on. Don't go up there. Beanie. Why you do me like that? What is... No. Where... Okay. I have two China Glaze blacks in here. Which one of these is my good black? Where's the notebook? I just need to make a little tiny swatch and see which of these is which. Okay, so I literally put stuff on the bed so he wouldn't go on the bed, and he found like a small corner that I hadn't covered up and is sitting there. This is the good one. Can you guys see the difference in the opacity in those blacks? I know it's hard. Like maybe if I zoom in. They're the same black, technically. There, you see how the first one is not opaque? It's difficult, but I mean, you can see the second one. I'm commenting 1, 2. Shit, I have to try again. I forget which one is which now. Okay, this is the good one. This is the watery one. I'm trying to when I'm doing this stuff, I know it looks so damn goofy. I'm trying to cover up as much of the white as I can there, so that the white balance or the whatever it is on my camera picks up the differences. Those are both China Glaze liquid leather. This is the one coat. That goes over there. Okay. Because I don't want to use it up water marbling. Although it could make a good base color. Okay. Hold on, you guys. Maybe we just need to start out simple. Maybe we just need to start out simple. Gonna need to zoom out again, aren't I? Let's just do a very brief. Yeah, you can see there especially like how non-opaque it is. I forget who it was that was saying they could never find an opaque bottle of liquid leather. So this is what a lot of you guys are probably used to seeing from liquid leather. Okay. Let's move these over here. Let's move this over here. I can see the surface is scummy. Let's clean it off. Probably wonder what I'm planning to do with this bogus China Glaze back. For one thing, it could be used to do an overlay marble, which is something I attempted to do one time, and I didn't like how it turned out, and in retrospect, I looked at the pictures, and it was cooler than I thought. In this case, it would just be to not use up the good black. Because if you have a black base and you marble with a sheerish black, it's still going to look black. Yeah, I have to think either they're like different plants or different quality control or whatever. So we could use that, you guys. And just keep it like so classic. Like so classic. With OMG. Black and silver hollow. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's actually not classic, but I feel like it should be. This, I really can't tell how much is left in here. Not quite as much as I thought. Hard to get a good size drop. I already know that OMG marbles. The question is, how do they marble together? Wow, OMG. You're kind of OP. Not intended. Are you gonna spread? Well, fucking rip this idea. Okay. So that's in fact not a thing that's gonna work. I almost want... Okay, let's just try it. I wonder if the other black would react differently in the water. Like, since it has more pigment, could it stand up to OMG better? Let's see. Let's just see. I mean, even you can tell it's much darker in the water. OMG still spreads just crazily. This will be the test though. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, OMG is still kind of OP, which is overpowered. I find myself like my video game slaying falls over into my nail art. Come on here. There's blend on this. Can you... This is a weird angle. You guys can see though. See how the black looks gray right here? The hollow is slightly overlapping it. Oh, we're very weirdly dry. Fuck. Oh, this is not happy time. What is the problem here? This is so dry it doesn't even want to let the next ring pull. Wow. This is for anybody that's like, oh, but Colette, your water marbles are always perfect and you never seem to have the problems that I have. Like, it's a struggle for everyone. Water marbling is not easy. It's simple. It's not easy. Simple concept, uneasy execution. Okay. This I think we're going to put over here. This will leave here. What colors did I use the last time I did an OMG water marble? I want to say it was probably silver, pink, and purple. Let me check real quick. I don't want to accidentally do the same shit over again. Where is it? Hollow. Oh, we did stamping that time too. What do we got here? Silver, pink, purple. So we've also got, okay, so we used this last time, so we probably don't want to use that again. We did not use the teal or the blue. Or the, no, that's not from the right collection. Hello, where are you other bottles? Hold on, you guys. Gotta pull this out a little bit more, I guess. This one, this one. Okay. Sure would be nice if you'd come back in your chair, Baney. He's right there. He's such a butt. So the last marble we did silver and pink and purple. Is this right, or does it just look purple in this picture? I should double check this. Wait, is that 4 colors? That's 4 colors. It's pink and purple and blue. I definitely don't want to use the pink and the purple again. But what about like a silver teal blue? Oh, super scummy water. I think that could be good. Oops, I still can't see chat. Let's make this little again. Oh, amethyst. Oh, you guys pray for amethyst's baking. Okay. So, like I said, I know that these work. I'm pretty sure they should work together because the other OMGs work together. But you never know. You never, ever, don't ever assume in nail art. In life also. Assuming is usually a bad idea. Okay, let's start with maybe 9 or 12. 2, 3, 4. And you see these hold their own perfectly fine. 5. That was a big drop. I don't know the science behind it, but I mean, I know what my eyes show me. 6. And that's the, you know, polishes just work differently together. 7. 8. 9. Should we end on silver? Yeah. 10. And I seem to be just doing chevrons for testing today, so here's some more chevrons. Hope you guys aren't sick of them. I mean, if I were to settle on some colors, I would probably like experiment with some other patterns. In fact, these might be really, really good for that new swirly technique. I don't know about black, though. The black really darkens them up. Look how nice and crisp they are over white, though. I like that combination a lot. So what if we... Okay. Ideas. Yeah, okay, we're gonna start on blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 'Come on, teal. 9. Should we try the spinning thing again? I guess it does help. Why does this help, you guys? It's still not completely centered. Let's give it one more drop of silver. I don't understand why that works. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense with, like, centrifugal force. You see how, like, smooth and clean these draw? Well, other than this bubble right there. Can we just draw that out? Like that? Yeah. So, the red and black design that I did, I really liked how that turned out. So how about we... one side? Two side. Wow, that's super crooked. Super crooked. Or I could try her other design, which, like, just continues to bring in more curls around the outside. Or I could... Okay. Let's just... I've got a thought. Oh, that's good though, amethyst. Nothing in the dryer, nothing to worry about. No harm, no foul. Oh, let's start on this blue again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm loving the spread this time. 8, 9. That last teal is where it gets a little stubborn. So what if we just kept this completely simple and clean and just said, is that too simple? That's too simple, isn't it? It's kind of boring too. If like more of the purple came in with it. And it's hard to, like, bring one in right next to it without changing the shape of it. That one had more of the purple inside of it. I like this one. Maybe I shouldn't start from so far out. Beanie, stop. What are you doing? Okay, hold on. Okay. You're too cute and I can't resist you. Here. Go on. Go on. Settle yourself. Yeah, you comfy now? Shit. You are spoiled, Beanie. Can we... see him in there? I had to take it off of its thing, but he was like scratching and nosing at the edge of the blankets because he wanted to be put under the blankets. And so I was forced. I had to help him. Okay, I think we're a little bit on, or maybe we should just do, you know what? Should we just do, here's a wild idea, guys. How about we do a traditional spiral? How long has it been since I did that? Okay. Probably still ending on silver. Well, let's just see how that looks. Like, I always feel like I need to do something new or different or like freaking spectacular for Water Marble March. But, I don't know. Sometimes old stuff can be spectacular still. The more you draw, more of a design you draw before you draw a spiral, the more detail you're going to have to the spiral. So like one trick I usually do to do a lot of detail is to do a quick, what I sometimes call a pinwheel, which is either in and out or out and in, so that you get this kind of a design. And then carefully a little tiny glom. So you can get something like that pretty easily. If you get less design, then you get less of the like, yeah, see, the black is just not going to do it. I want it to be brighter. I might do a silver base again. That actually might be... I think I used OMG as the base last time, and that actually turned out pretty well. In fact, maybe that'll be our next test. I do not have another strip ready. Why are you looking at me like that? I let you in there, Beanie. Even though I wanted you to be on camera. He's such a spoiled little boy. And it's not even like it's chilly in here. Usually like that's his sign that it's cold. It's not cold in here. He's just a spoiled little bean. Okay, let's base this with some silver. Wow. A couple, look at our water is already tinted from the teal, I'm going to guess. Looks more teal than blue. This is a stainer. When I did the comparison, the teal stained me, didn't it? Oh, teal. Why you gotta be like that? So on this side I'll put silver, and then the other side I'll just leave white. And we can decide as we go. I mean, I guess I can put this here. I could like tilt it up. What can I use to tilt it up, you guys? Or maybe I could just like that. Will it stay? No. Maybe if I move this. There you go. Our little easel of water marble so far. Okay, let's try similar, but with less actually detail. Oop, blue, then teal, then silver. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. You can't actually spiral just directly on the bullseye, but it depends. Sometimes it doesn't really end up looking much like a spiral. You can also just draw up and down and then spiral. Like kind of try to start a little bit wide, but not too wide. See, I kind of wonder, maybe I should end on a purple. Do something like this. This gives more of like a tight spiral as opposed to like... Or should I... Oh, you know what? Okay. Or not purple. I say purple. Blue. Let's do this and see if this gives me the look I want. So instead of doing... Oops. Dirty water. You can't see anything, but that means it's dirty. Just clear away the invisibles. Alright. Now we'll be clean. And when you drop your polish in, you get spreading. If you get no spreading, or if you get amoeba spreading, that means your water is dirty. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come on, finish your spread. And then again, I'm going to kind of go up and down. And then around and around. This, I don't know. Like in the other one, I want more of the blue, and in this one, I feel like I want more of the teal. Like, where'd the teal go? Okay. I don't know why that amuses me so much. What? Oh, you guys, we need... Yeah, I need to not die. One more strip of testing. And then we gotta fix this manicure. Then we gotta wrap up before that's over. Ninja, you guys know SSD Ninja. Ninja almost never streams. He said, you know, he has a marathon coming up, Daggett, or a charity thing or something. Is he practicing Meat Boy? Oh my god. I gotta like accelerate everything suddenly. You know what also accelerated? My need to go to the bathroom. It was like I gasped and all of a sudden I also realized I needed to go to the bathroom. I feel like I'm so close to being done I should just push through, but guess what, boys and girls? Don't hold your pee. It's not good for you. The current time is 3:44. I'm going to be so fast, you guys. I will be back by 3:50, if not earlier. Shit, music. The music that I'm going to play for you guys is the same music that I always play for you guys, and it's the music that everybody loves. It is the one and only Unwritten Return by Kevin MacLeod. And you listen to that, I'm going to go pee. We're going to do like 2 more tests. We're going to do my nails. We're going to go raid Ninja. It's going to be awesome. I'll be right back. That is as fast as you could ever expect me to go to the bathroom. Wait, what was that? 4 minutes? 3 minutes? I don't know. Not bad. And I didn't like fall down the stairs either. Hey, yo. Okay. We're going to test these things. Like, I don't want to cut my own stream short. But it's so exciting because he never streams. It's like a meme. Ninja streaming? What? Okay, so I really like how the swirly ones are coming out. This one and this one. These ones are hard to see because they're against the black background. But like I feel like I'm not getting enough of the blue in this one. Like the century swirl. Where are we? Like that century swirl doesn't have enough of the teal, I mean to say. So what I'm going to try is using just the blue and teal and then just a drop of silver in the center. So let's see how that goes. So that'll be 8 of these and then just 1 of silver. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and come on, silver. Okay. Like he's gonna be going for a while. That's awesome. Okay, so we're gonna pull up to the top and down to the bottom again. And we're gonna pull in all this teal and blue. Into the center. Okay, I'm not particularly fond of that swirl, and I still don't have any teal in the middle. I mean, the outside's cool, too. Because the other thing, of course, is... like your other nails. Like, is this an accent nail, or is this every freaking nail? I want to try it the other way also, so I'm going to. Might actually need slightly more than one more test also, if I want to be actually like ready to go for Wednesday's stream, which would be kind of awesome. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and silver 9. I'm not sure if I like the twisting. I feel like it shakes everything else around in the cup too, and it does help them to spread, but it also encourages them to go slightly lopsided, which is something that I already have a problem with. Let's see how this goes. That's really nice. I've got a purple coming through there. Or the purple. I keep calling the blue purple for some reason. It looks purple next to the teal, but it is blue. I really like that one. It's just very clean and simple. But again, the outer rings or the outer stuff that's going on, like how does that work for other nails? Like it doesn't really. That's the downside to the simpler style of spiral. Is that there's like not as much going on if you just want to have the spiral as an accent nail and have your other nails be, you know, the edges of the design. Okay, I want to try this. I want to, like, okay, maybe this is the ants. Well, of course, no, I tried that and it didn't work. I just realized that what I was thinking about, I was about to try, like, is something that I have already tried. But maybe I can... These are, like, so close to what I think I kind of want now, but they're not quite... Because that's not how I used to do it. That is not how I used to do it. Okay. Brain has given me a tip. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. The tip that my brain gave me is that the simpler method for doing spirals did not used to involve an up and down pull. It used to involve one straight through pull, like this. So let's... Like, you get some more interesting stuff happening on the sides a little bit. The center spiral is not as clean though, but that also was poor drawing on my behalf. Like, spirals are hard because you pull on the design that you previously have gone through. Like, oh, now it's getting sticky. Now it doesn't want to cooperate at all. Ooh, that's a cool thing I just created there, though. That little section of design right here. Can you guys... Yeah, you guys can see that. I want to, like, tilt the cup toward you, but of course, it's filled with water, and that's not a thing that you can do. Maybe... Like, I don't like any of these well enough to even dip. I think I want to use these colors. I think I have determined that. Sometimes, okay, let's, was it the agate water marble that I did with no drawing on the bullseye? I think I'd want to add in a little bit more silver than we have for that, though. I think the tinted water actually makes it a little bit easier to see the design. Or maybe I'm wrong. I mean, like, it makes it easier to see, like, the silver showing up. I guess it maybe makes it a little bit harder to see the teal showing up. Beanie. Please don't. So, like, if we just... like this type of a thing. Look at that, you guys. I like it. I mean, it's not the spiral I was going for, but look at that. I feel like teal is strong in that one. Maybe I do want to switch the order again. We'll do one more test. I think that's winning out for me right now. Just because I'm not quite happy with how I'm not pleased enough with the spirals to do them as a full manicure. And I don't like the outside of the spirals enough to do them as an accent. So, yeah. Four, 5, and 9 seems to be the good number of drops regardless of what order I'm doing them in. 9 is a good even number of drops when using the OMGs to get really nice even rings and a decent spread on all of them so that you don't get them like clumping up in the middle. So like literally I just like stir it. That one did not turn out as well. I stirred that one too much. Too many. I mean, it's still cool. And I built up too much glom on the end of my stick too. Let's try that one more time. I should maybe also prep this side with silver so I can have a comparison of my finished design with a white base and with a silver hollow base. Plain silver also might work and would... Like sometimes if you use a hollow base when you're marbling with all hollows, it makes things kind of like too hollow to where you can't tell the difference apart and you can't fully see like the design. But sometimes white, like the silver hollow, then like is very sheer and doesn't come through. A silver base might actually be a good idea. We'll see. It's like this doing it without drawing any lines first is a mixture of spiraling, but then like I want to say overlapping the spiral. And I should probably count how much I'm stirring. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-ish. Look at that. That's beautiful. Look at that. Yeah. Yeah. This is the one. This is the one. I'm getting a lot of glare here, but there we go. So like you got like I did like 3 like going inward swirls, and then you got to like kind of go out and pull some of it in, and like I kind of remember going through the same thing with the agate. Like obviously with something like this, not every nail is going to look the same. Excuse me, you guys. But you want them to have a similar consistency between them, so that one is not like, you know, super dense of color and one is super like thin there, you know what I'm saying. Yeah. And I feel like the hollow does not cause the hollows to all blend together. Although in the sun, of course, somewhat they will. Because the hollow is just going to be so powerful in the sun. Let's move this cup up here out of the way. Okay, I feel better about that. That is going to be our manicure on Wednesday. I'm not sure exactly when on Wednesday. Like sometimes afternoon streams work out really well. Sometimes evening streams work out better. And I'm sure for you guys too, it's like some of you guys can maybe make afternoon streams and some of you can't. clean up this polish here before we turn on the camera. But we'll just see. I'll try to keep you guys as updated as I can in Discord. If somebody wants to do an exclamation point Discord, that would be great for any new people who may want to join in on Discord. And I mean, sometimes I'm very poor at updating my schedule widget. Like, basically that always just says Saturday and Sunday. But I mean, last week I streamed Tuesday and Wednesday and Friday in addition to Saturday and Sunday. So here we have, let me zoom in a bit. Here we have an example of the reason why we didn't do the manicure first. We got some polish on here, but we can just, because we got top coat on. Now it's fine. On this manicure, we're going to just add a little bit of stamping to spice it up a little bit. Give me another day or two of wear out of it. And, thank you, Doc. I think I still have the plate. Yeah, this image. And this for the stamping. Here's the stamper and the scraper. There we go. We are going to need a little bit more acetone. Third fill of acetone. And just, woo, that kind of sloshed everywhere. Clean off my scraper just a little bit here. Got the roller for the stamper cleaning. There we go. And this will get tacked onto the end of the existing tutorial, I think. So I need to, it'll probably go after, like after the outro. It'll be like a postlude, like, oh, hey, guess what? Bonus. I mean, hopefully people think it's a bonus and not like, oh, what the hell? How's this extra shit going on here? This nice and clean. And I think I still have my little tape wand. Yes, come to me, tape wand. The tape wand is a rolled up piece of masking tape. Oh, you're still sticky. I was gonna say you're a little dirty. You've been rolling around. Maybe I'll just make a new one. Okay, it's a piece of tape. It's been rolling around on top of the Helmer for a couple days. And it's just to give me a little bit control, because on this particular image, like when you scramp it, we'll just use scramp instead of scrape and stamp. This edge here also tends to get picked up. So we'll take my masking tape, which has a handy dandy little handle. Handy dandy handle. Peel off, I mean, this is wide masking tape. I don't see any reason why regular masking tape wouldn't also work. Remake my little handle for next time. Nothing more frustrating if you have a shared thing of tape and you are courteous and always leave a handle and then you go back to use it and whoever used it hasn't left you a handle. And it's like curly. But I just like get the corner started, like roll it, and then just keep rolling. And when you're done rolling, you got a little wand, which we can pull beanie hairs off of, but which we'll be able to go in and really, with detail, clean up spots here. And when it's dirty, snip off the end and have more fresh tape. I'm gonna like stick it on my mount here. If it will stick, my camera mount. So, well, okay, apparently it doesn't want to stick there. Maybe it'll balance there. Okay, so, yellow stopper. You don't have to have something tacky when you're stamping an existing manicure, but it helps. Otherwise, you run the risk of, you know, you've had this on a couple days, it's dry, there's no like tacky polish already on it, and if your stamp polish dries too much, it doesn't want to cling. So we're going to begin with yellow stopper, and then we're going to move on to stamping. I've had this manicure on for a few days, and I decided to extend it just a little while longer by adding some stamping. I'm going to start by applying a little bit of yellow stopper to my nails just to give it a tacky layer for the stamp to stick to. Then I'm going to be using the MoYou Gothic collection plate number 11, this swirly kind of design there. And Danke from the Gradient is going to be my stamping polish. Because I really don't super feel like narrating this whole thing, so just like a thin coat, like it doesn't have to be much at all. This is just to, like I said, give it a little bit of something tacky to stick to. Music Gal, hello! You are here just in time for the stamping. I decided to extend this manicure just a couple more days, and then we're going to do water marbling on a Wednesday. Alright, let's get this here. Make sure I'm on camera. And I think I was scraping this direction. Yeah. Once you've picked up the stamp, you may have some extra that you've picked up. I have a piece of tape that I've just rolled up here so that I can get really close and precise. And you'll just want to remove any extra bits before stamping onto your nail. Once the end of your tape gets too dirty, you can just go ahead and snip it and give yourself access to a stickier part. There we go. I suppose I could have used protection here, but I don't think this will be too bad to clean up. I can't imagine that it would be. Yeah, some water marble testing. Some successful and some like less successful. But we do have a plan for Wednesday's stream, which I think is ahead of the game for me. I didn't really need to cut off that big of a piece. Hello, camera, please. There we go. There. Line up here. And I'm just going for that. There, you guys have a good look. Right toward the tip of my nail. That's gonna look freaking pretty cool, I think, once Topcoat gets on it. Bring back out the shimmer. And with the yellow stopper, I mean, I'm not having any problems picking up the stamp at all. Or not picking it up, but transferring it onto my nails, even though we're working on a several days old manicure. Oh, that was a really goofy stamp pickup, but I got it. Alright, is that a little there? Man, what did we do before clear stampers? You kids just don't understand how we used to struggle. Our hard pink opaque stampers. We used them and we liked it. Actually, I mean, stamping and Conad have always been awesome, but I don't think anybody was ever a fan of the hard pink stampers. Nobody's like fondly remembering the hard pink stamper like, oh, I remember that. Oh, that's a bad pickup. I waited too long because I realized the stamper was dirty and I tried to clean it off, and that's what happens. Gotta move quickly when you're stamping. And I'll be able to catch up with chat in just a second here. This will probably be the last one that I'll record for the tutorial. Yeah, that works. I mean, so much better than like trying to line it up and use the large lint roller. I mean, can you imagine? Actually, maybe I'll record the thumb also, and then I'll record the cleanup. A very brief cleanup. And then I'll catch up with chat. I really like how this design fits on my nails. Like, it covers the whole thing without being like extra wide so that you're losing any of the design. Like sometimes full nail designs are slightly too wide or something, and you like them, but you're not getting the whole thing. This, I feel like it's kind of perfect width for most of my nails. I mean, obviously it's a little bit big on, or a little bit big on the pinky, but that's because the pinky's a little baby. The little baby of the nail family. A little super quick cleanup here. It's like so close though. Like I don't even feel like latex necessarily would have been any benefit there. Because I don't have... Oh, look at my hand here. Let's just checking the cuticles one more time. And making sure. Sometimes there's like stuff just like sticking up too. You can just like kind of press it flat. Like, can you see there? Yeah. You either gotta press that flat or, you know, clean it up. And you don't have to be like super neat the closer you are toward the cuticle, because it's the same color. It's not going to be visible on the nail as long as you've cleaned up your cuticle area and it's not visible there. So let's do a little bit of yellow stopper on this hand. What did I miss here? I know you were up late because you said something right after I posted the Clark picture. Really? Is it not as dark as it looked in those pictures? Well, we started having the conversation, anybody that wasn't in on it, about are these color clubs at Walmart new or not? And somebody was like, no, they're all re-releases. And I thought that Black Magic looked a lot darker than the black that I have, which I think is called Beyond. Can you guys see what I'm doing here? And a couple of the other colors. But then, like, the more I was researching into it, I was like, well, I think Was it Karen? Was it you that said they were all? I don't remember. I wish I could remember so I could give credit. I swear, you guys. I gotta write myself huge notes if I really intend to not forget something. Like when I'm doing Manny versus Pin, that web tab stays open until I'm done so I don't forget what the hell I'm talking about. But I think they are all duplicates. Yes, I agree, Musical. And hello, Mrs. Shredo. You know, I wish I'd kept up with chat and read that before I went in with the acetone, because you're probably right, Mrs. Shredo. Oh. And no, I was going to say maybe I did that last time I stamped, but I don't think I did. Swipe texting never results in anything readable for me. A for effort, D minus for execution. No. Your first one, yo. Oh my god. The first Color Club haul. Anybody else feel free to chime in too. I love them. I would say not the newer ones like the Halo Crush and the Halo Chrome. I think technically they're, Halo Hues collections, but they're not and they're very hollow, but they also have more, like, they're glittery and chromier, like, than the collections prior to them. I want to say the third collection was probably my favorite. I don't know, because they came out in, like, years. It was, like, Halo Hues, I don't know, 2014, 2015, 2016 or something. I don't know. I don't think you'd be disappointed with any of them. They're all gorgeous. I love my Color Club hollows. I do. Okay, we gotta do the right hand, and then we gotta do top coat. That looks really good, though. Let me show you guys side by side real quick. And look at how the flakies are still popping out there. The middle bronze in the gradient was the flakiest of them. Like, this one has some flakies to it that you can see at some angles. Of course not when I'm trying to show you. There. It's still open too, so I'm trying not to, like, tilt it too much. But this one had, like, a lot of, like, flaky type things going on and popping out. And I love that you can still see them popping out, like, underneath the stamping. And this was totally, like, not the plan. The plan had been to stamp with the lightest color. And the lightest color didn't fucking stamp. And the medium color didn't fucking stamp. But the darkest color stamped. And so it was our hero. Let's move along. Let's move along. 'Cause while I no longer have to pee, that's starting to be that time where I'm starting to feel hungry. Oh, okay. I, like, went just a little too far, and yeah, I ruined it. Which is exactly what I'm always afraid of happening if I were to try and clean up. Like, if I were to try and clean up that little bit with, like, this, and, like, try and, like, do that. Like, okay, that worked, but it would be so easy to just, excuse me, ruin the whole thing. Yeah. So you're a West Coast, aren't you, Musical? Because it was already 3-something for me when I posted the Clark picture. Okay. There it is. Let's just not have any more issues. Let's just be careful. I'm not a huge fan of the way this plate is designed, though. To be completely honest. Like, nobody's ever going to use this border part. Am I wrong? Nobody's going to use that. So instead of having this, this cutout that, like, creates this artificial border around all these, why not have that be solid? so I don't have to clean up the stamp every time I do it. I think they get wrapped up in making, you know, quote unquote, cool looking plate. Well, it's not quote unquote, it is a cool looking plate, but like they lose the functionality of it. Like I think it's designed to look kind of like, you know, they're all windows or some shit. And it's like all this extra etching, that's all just a hassle when you're stamping. Let's try here. Don't roll on the floor. God. We have one stamping session where I don't drop it on the floor. Yup. Y'all. Thank you, Miss Shrado. Mrs. Shrado. Look at this one here. It's goofy. Are you supposed to be on the nail or off the nail? What part of the design are you? Sometimes like this little... How can I... There. See that little part on the pinky? I'm trying to look and see. Does it need to be pulled off or does it need to be pressed flat? And I'm having a heck of a time telling. I think it needs to be pressed. Well, it's pressed now. I don't know if it's pressed in the right spot. It's enough toward the darker side that I don't think it should be too noticeable once we're all top coated and everything. All right, and for anybody, like I said, I know people come and go all stream long. I know I sure do when I'm watching streams. The testing that we did today, the water marble testing. Oh, I was going to show you that, wasn't I, Musical? Let me finish stamping first. The water marble testing that we did today, we're going to be kicking off Water Marble March on Wednesday. I mean, not kicking it off exactly, kind of. It'll be the first tutorial. The first tutorial will go on YouTube next Sunday, but obviously we got to get it done before then. And it's kind of interesting when you're doing a design like this, like switching topics completely. Like remember when we were having the discussion about squeezing it and releasing it to like change the size? You can kind of do that even when it's in the barrel. Like if I start to apply it and I realize that the tip, that the point of this design is like aiming to be off the tip of my nail, I can kind of like a little bit and get it to go on the tip of my nail. I don't know if that very vague gesture was enough to convey what I was doing, but I think if you've stamped before, I think it probably was. Maybe I can even show you guys on like this next one. If I can get a good angle inside of the barrel. And of course we got to clean it off here. Well, I got a lot of polish on my hands. So like when you line it up and you're looking and you think you got it and you kind of start applying it and then you see you're not quite enough, you can like smoosh it a bit. See how that point is a little bit squatter? Oh my God, I think I just glued my hand to the plate. Oh, I did. Oh, I put my hand just... There, that's easier. I'd like right directly in the plate in all the messiest possible spots. God damn it. Blah. So, but what I was saying, see if you can tell here. See how the middle finger is like a little bit squattier of a point, but I did squeeze the point on there. I didn't mean to make it quite that squat, but I mean like compared to like the point, not the pointer, the ring finger is a little pointier of a point. So just a tip, another random stamping tip for if you're doing designs close to the tip of your nail. There's a little bit to work with because like as you're pressing it, you can kind of like press and smoosh it. I don't know. There are not arrangements of words that are already arranged to convey the idea I'm trying to convey. All right, almost done here though. Oh, I know, Ash. Stupid Twitch. And I did it once again. I just put my whole hand in the wet plate. Well, not my whole hand, but God, I'm like a spaz. I mean, I know that's already been well established, but in case anybody forgot. We are wrapping up, we're spicing up. I mean, we had the gradient and we're putting this, I guess it's kind of a filigree-ish design. I don't know what else to call it. It's got a little bit of a Celtic knot element to it, but not actually like a huge amount of knotting. And most of the knot is actually at the end of the stamp that we're not even using. The end of the knot the end of the design we're using is kind of just more filigree. Like, see up here? There's a little bit of Celtic knot to it. It's probably easier to see on the actual plate itself. This section. But like down here, which is more what we're seeing on the nail, there's really not. It's so satisfying to get like a good placement. Oh my God. Let's put this plate like out of the way. Okay, let's do that. Do that. Well, of course, I've got all this going on. Let's do a little bit more of that. I think I'm still going to go in closely with the brush. Just to seal the edges by the cuticle down and make sure the cuticle is clean. That's another. It's just nail polish, thank goodness. Here we go. There we go. Not as covered with nail polish as before. Yeah, I agree. And I think it's... Where'd I throw that plate? Because it's hard to see directly on the nail. Like, this little part right here is quite flower-shaped. And I think these little, like, swooshes and swirls also... Like the swirl and then these little swooshes kind of also remind me of a flowery shape, like this whole little part together. I definitely can see floral in it. Some other cool designs on here too, and some other like with knots kind of aspects to them. That I really like this here too. I don't know. I've got so many plates, you guys, but something like this, like I don't do this very often because a lot of times, like, you know, I have a problem with picking colors that are too subtle. Like, they go together, but they're just, like, too dang subtle. Did I make a boo-boo there? I think I did. Can I need just a tiny bit of acetone. Steak. Hell yeah, Ash. Oh, amethyst is also getting steak. Stenbuttled. Okay, I see just a little area, like right on the tip here, where I think I made it oopsie. And like even like, you see right, like that shouldn't quite be connected, so I'm gonna try and just, actually that brush is not small enough. How about this one? Little tiny small brush, little tiny small amounts of acetone. There. Now it's separated like the rest of them. And again, this is, I would not feel as confident, or I would be much more cautious if I didn't already have a layer of top coat that is, you know, protecting the gradient from any little accidental cleanups I need to do. Okay, top coat, y'all. It'll still be really good, I promise. Even though, oh, I hear sirens. Y'all coming this way? Let's wait until they go by so that we don't have sirens in our video. Two? Oh man, you're having a rough time. Fire truck. And maybe the ambulance behind them? Oh no, it's the fire truck, regular truck behind them. Oh, some people, like, you know, when it gets snowy and like the curb gets farther and farther away from the curb because of the plowing. Like, there's already a couple spots where I'm like, I don't want to be a bus or a fire truck or anything wider than a car, honestly, trying to fit through here, because these people are parking. Snowbank's already taken out 2 feet, and you're going to sit here and take another 2 feet because you don't know how to park. Let me not, like, start raging on random people in my neighborhood right here at the end of stream. You want to go ahead and take care of any cleanup. Of course, a barrier is an option if you like. And then go ahead and finish off with another layer of top coat. And as usual, I'm using Seche Vite. Yeah, I think I was about to say that, like, I really like the look of this when you have like a gradient and then a color from the gradient stamped on top. But sometimes, like, my color choices just end up a little bit too subtle, or they just don't quite work out for this, or I don't think it's like enough nail art to do. But I think it looks so good. Was that just a little string of polish there on the side? I think I caught it. Because you got, like we were talking about the little loose bits. This is where the loose bits will come back to haunt you when you're top coating, and then all of a sudden they're like flying all over the place and going where you don't want them. And I am trying to get like pretty close to my cuticle with the top coat to give myself an extra seal for the peel-off base coat. I don't want it to be flooded or messy, but I do kind of need to seal it back in there. I don't remember if I wrapped my tip on my middle finger there. The tips are the other, of course, real place where you gotta... They're the weak points. They're where I always feel catching and peeling very first. Man, that looks good. That looks fucking phenomenal. I like that a lot. I don't remember if I wrapped this tip, so I'm just gonna real quick. Yeah. You guys. I couldn't call which version of this I like best. Like, I was in love with the gradient. Grandma also was in love with the gradient, you guys, yesterday. She loved it. But this is really great also. This is really great. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, it's so good. No one in your neighborhood parks will either. Yeah, like, hello, what if your house is on fire when you're parked in front of this fire hydrant? Do you not realize what an asshole move that is? That's not just, like, about parking. It's about safety. If we get much more snow, I wouldn't be surprised if they implement one-side-only parking until spring. And it's been so many winters since that happened, I couldn't tell you. We are closing out the snowiest February on record in Minnesota right now. We are, I think, coming up on 30 inches this month. So it's been like a while since I feel like we've had a winter like this. I'm feeling these so much, you guys. I'm just like looking at them in the camera like ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, usually around here it's pretty good. One of the problems is like people that don't understand the snow emergency rules and then they're parking on the wrong side when they plow. But like South Minneapolis compared to North Minneapolis, there's a lot more like duplexes and stuff like that. So the streets are way more crowded. I mean, in some ways, I don't understand anybody who parks on the street because, hello, you have a driveway. Why would you not park in your driveway? Especially in the winter when there's like, I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, okay, you don't have to shovel your driveway, but you got to mess around with the snowbirds. You got to worry about people sliding around out there. It just doesn't make sense. Using a driveway is a sin. Oh, cool, Musical. That's wonderful. Decided not to try and hack your way into like gluing a bobby pin or something on there. I like that. Did you get the, what did you get? Did you get the C920 or one of the other versions? Oh, I guess my camera decided I was about done. Camera, you are in fact about right because... Oh, the other one will be a face cam at better angle. Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty happy with the C920. I mean, it does a pretty good job. It's got its issues. We were laughing. I don't think you were here earlier. So, you know, I've got a green shirt on. We've got 3 different greens here. And this is the same camera. So, I mean, that's just got down to okay down here. We've got ring lighting up here. We've got natural light, lamp light, ring light. Color is hard, but it also gives you like more of an excuse to just talk and ramble because you could be like, well, this color is kind of a color that is a beautiful color that the camera doesn't like the color. Okay, so let's... Oops, didn't mean to do that. Let's find where we're going. I know where we're going. You guys know where we're going. Oh, and it's not even Meat Boy. So, isn't there a Meat Boy emote? What is it? Maybe it's Twitch Prime. I think it's Twitch Prime. We're going to raid SSD Ninja. Our friendly local doctor student and one of my good friends and mods. If this long ass advertisement ever goes away. Yeah. So, raid messages. Like that. Because usually he plays Meat Boy. So, just to give him a little bit of shit. You're welcome, Doc. I think Doc might be streaming later. He said last night he was going to play Hollow Knight tomorrow, so that would be today. So, maybe there will be a Doc stream later. But right now we're going to go over... I hope you guys will hang out to stream... Or to raid over to Ninja Stream. It's a very special occasion, as I said earlier, for Marbutts. And, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow evening with Hollow Knight. And thank you all so much for hanging out. Usual ending stuff. Long, awkward goodbyes. You know. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. All that good stuff. And I will see you next time.
The Chinese edition. Holy fuck. That's the one that had the luck glitch. So you could, one of the bosses in the game could hit you and lower one of your stats. And so people would just get their luck to negative 99. Uh-oh. Hi, Colette. I'm playing video games. And I was just bitching about Dark Souls. There's no meat, boys, but I am playing a kind of a gelatinous sack of cells on top of a reanimated body. So that's something. Okay, let's see if we can actually get to the first boss in hard mode. That'd be kind of nice. How was your stream, Colette? I wonder where Doc gets such amazingly good emotes from. Well, I'm glad you're the first enemy, I guess.
Time to stop streaming. Behind the scenes, bloopers, things. Mistakes, that's what it is.